Howdy folks, LordClydeofOMAR here, and yeah, as the title implies, this video is addressed to the Mad Shangy, specifically his latest 5-6-part Shangy Smackdown series where he outlines all these apparent moral inconsistencies within the YouTube community and how he's being treated so unfairly. Now Shangy, I think it's about time someone gave you a straight explanation for all this, which doesn't require you to take any hints because you have made it abundantly clear that subtlety is definitely not your fucking thing. I mean, you actually bitched about the fact that everybody seemed to be just fine with me mirror bombing a video where I encourage people to post a sex video of Roske on Encyclopedia Dramatica, but when you do the same with a video containing an article about Jedi Master Bubu's kid, everybody reacted rather negatively, including myself. First of all, Shangy, I seriously doubt that any such video actually exists or ever will exist. I mean, for all her faults, I am going to give Roske the benefit of the doubt that she's not dumb enough to let herself be recorded in a porn video, okay? Second of all, watch the video again, dumbass. Notice how the statement in question here was directly preceded by the phrase, "Any underhanded means of ruining his day you can possibly think of is good enough for Vin Van Bo." I then referenced a video which went down in YouTube history as one of the all-time most underhanded stunts of all time to basically emphasize the previous statement in a comically exaggerated fashion. When I explained to you in the comments section that it was a sarcastic statement, you were just like, "Oh, that's just a cop-out. Nobody cares that my Go Kill Yourself video was just being sarcastic. You're just a backtracking little bitch." I then reminded you that I fucking make jokes like that all the time, and I can list some examples. Anybody who's been watching my videos since the beginning probably remembers one called My First True Atheism video, and if you haven't seen that one, Shangy, then I invite you to pause this one, get down on your knees, and suck my link. Now tell me something, Shangy. Do you think that the actual real-life possibility of the faith of God having his fingers bitten off specifically by some squatty Italian-American home invader is in any way relevant to me making a joke involving it? Nobody else besides me even raised it as a possibility. I'm sorry, Shangy, but the same just can't be said about your Go Kill Yourself video. I'll tell you what, if someone actually posts a porn video of Roske on Encyclopedia Dramatica, then I will personally take a 2-month hiatus from YouTube and come back with a video to Captain O'Awesome explaining him the true intention behind my Chili Con Carnival.
Nya 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 nya. I made you eat your parents. Nya 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 nya.
There are, however, some bigger reasons why I can consistently get away with that type of shit and have people understand it as a joke while you get attacked for it. You see, Shangy, when I engage in Pwnage, there are a few guidelines that I tend to follow that you don't even seem to recognize. If you look through my videos, you'll notice that I rarely go after the same person twice. This is because very few people have ever even tried to make counter videos to me. If someone doesn't respond to the first video you make about them, even after you've tried egging them on with, say, a comment or two, then you have no reason to make a fucking follow-up, okay? When you make video after video about the same person over and over again as if they're somehow obliged to respond to you, you not only leave yourself open to stalker accusations, but you also admit that even you don't believe that your first video was sufficiently effective. What this ultimately amounts to is the more videos you make towards someone without getting a response, the more you admit to your own overall inadequacy. What you've been doing with Jedi Master Bubu is a perfect example of this principle. You keep making all these videos where you're exposing her as a false flag, or exposing her as a stalker, and exposing her as a neglectful parent. You keep getting flagged down while you continuously cling to this hope that eventually she'll just break down and sobbingly confess to being this monster that you fucking portray her as, or the whole community will just rise up as one and run her off YouTube, but that never seems to fucking happen, does it? You know, maybe if you pull your head out of your ass for 5 seconds, you'd realize that your message has been heard countless times by everybody who's gonna fucking hear it, and you'd finally face the cold, hard reality that nobody cares! Wanna know why nobody cares? It's because even if what Keytooth says is 100% dead-on balls accurate, you have done nothing but drum up sympathy for her by continuously crossing yet another line in posting details about her personal life that she herself did not put up on YouTube. I don't give a fuck if it was posted on another site. That excuse didn't fly for Graham Tucker when he posted Komodo Dragon's personal information, and it doesn't fly for you either. Before you go and call me a hypocrite over that time I posted "Do Not Sub Me Asshole's" real name in one of my comment sections, bear in mind that I deleted that comment as soon as he complained about it. The point was never to go around maliciously spreading his information. The point was just to show him that I knew more than he thought I did and that he would have to consider it if he wanted to keep fucking bothering me. In retrospect, I consider that my lowest point. I have said on numerous occasions that I was not proud of doing that. Me and Do Not Sub have since made amends, which is why I'm going to give him a shout out right now. Don't let the name detract you. This guy's actually pretty funny. What did you do when you got complaints about not only posting that same information about Jedi, but also that fucking article? You mirror bombed it. I take it you didn't see the updated version of the John Paul Dorn video. Well, the basic gist of it was that I made it clear that old Johnny was lucky that it was just me who downloaded that video instead of, well, someone like you. And don't even try to compare this with that time I mirror bombed Graham either, because I did not use any information that wasn't either uploaded voluntarily by Graham himself or cited to you as a secondary source. In fact, you can just forget about this whole notion that I somehow operate out of the same ethical sewer as you, because that's bullshit. I actually had a lot more of Do Not Sub Me Asshole's private information. If I was anything like you, I probably would have made the most twisted dog-dropping video ever and called it "A Day in the Life of Do Not Sub Me Asshole," and have it actually be about his personal life, and put like 100 mirrors of it on every single video uploading site, and to top it all off, write an Encyclopedia Dramatica article with all that information. But I didn't do that, did I? As for what I said to you when you came and told me about your mirror bomb in my blog TV room, first of all, I don't even know why you came and told me about that. Was my approval of it really that important to you? I did tell you in a comment that I had my hands full with Do Not Sub Me Asshole at the time, and I didn't really feel like more bullshit from you, but I don't think it really would have made any difference anyway. Back when you had originally posted the article video about Jedi Master Boo Boo, you sent me a PM asking me if I thought you had gone too far. I thought about it for a while, but I eventually responded back to you saying, well, yeah, it was pretty bad, but I'm not going to hold it against you. The video's gone anyway, time to move on, but in the future, let Keytooth fight his own battles. I tried to break it to you as gently as I could without making it seem like I was turning my back on you like everyone else was, hoping you'd finally get it through your head. That's what I meant when I said I wanted to help you. When you showed up in my blog TV to tell me what you were planning, you mentioned that you had already set up a lot of the channels for these mirrors. So obviously you didn't care what I thought about this before. Why would it matter what I said in my blog TV? But just in case you're curious about what I think now, I think that the reason you came in there to tell me that shit was because you were butthurt over the fact that I was and continue to be on friendly terms with the feminazis who are apparently the bane of your existence. I guess that fact does kind of undermine your efforts to prove to everyone how bigoted and hateful they are towards anyone who dares criticize and disagree with them when I can get Nuclear Knight to appear in my Q&A video. You know, if you had any sense of introspectiveness, you would have honestly asked yourself why it seems like you get disproportionately picked on for doing things that other people have done, instead of just screaming and stamping your feet like a fucking toddler. I don't know, maybe you should lay off the TFL videos.